to talk to y'all for a minute. I'm not going to be long. I know everything's been exciting, I know everything's been fun, but I want to get serious with you all for a little bit, alright? I know that we come here, we have fun, but the real reason is for Jesus, right? We come here to have our lives changed, we come here to make our lives different. Because if we're Christ followers, we're supposed to be different, right? If we follow Jesus, we're supposed to be different, right? So I want to tell y'all a story. I heard a story about a kid. It was a Friday morning and he got a text from his mother. The text said, "Hey, there's something going on with your grandfather. You might need to come to the hospital." So he goes to the hospital. He's sitting in the waiting room with his mom and his grandmother. His father was off talking to a nurse about the situation. And a couple moments later, after they sit down in the waiting room, the doctor comes to the family and they say, "Hey, we really have to show you something serious. This isn't something to, push to the side. This is something serious. I need to show you something. Can you come with me?" So they go with the doctor, and they look at a monitor. And the doctor tells them, he says, "Your grandfather, your husband, your father-in-law, he had an aneurysm today." See, the doctor said, he said, if you have an aneurysm, you should die at the snap of a finger. But he said, God must have something different in mind. And when that happened, the grandmother looked at the doctor and said, "Are we going to lose him?" He said, "I can't promise you anything, but we're going to go into emergency surgery right now. But I want to warn you, there's only a 12% success rate. There's only 12% that he will live." When the grandmother looked at the doctor and said, "We're going to lose him," the kid started to tear up. And he went straight to his grandfather's bed and he said, "I love you," because he didn't know if he was ever going to see him again or be able to talk to him again. And they went off into emergency surgery. 2, 3, 4 hours later, the doctor comes out to the waiting room and he says he made it. He made it through the surgery. He had a 12% chance of making it through the surgery, but he made it. It must be a miracle. Science can't really back this up, but it's a miracle. See, that kid was me. That kid was me a year and 8 days ago. I was going through this a year ago, and I wanted to share it with you all. But see, I remember a couple weeks later, he lived a couple more weeks, and me and my brother were standing beside his bed in ICU. Because he had an aneurysm, he wasn't able to talk to us, but he could make some nonverbals. So I was in there with my brother and I said, "Hey, can you step out of the room? I want to have a moment with my grandfather." He said, "Yeah, of course." So when he leaves the room, I sit there and I'm sitting with my grandfather and I say, "Granddaddy, I want to make you proud." I said, "Granddaddy, I want to live a life that you lived." See, my granddad, was a pastor in my hometown for 50 years. I knew the impact that he had on people's lives. I knew the impact that he had on my life. And I wanted to do the same exact thing that he did to me and to many other people. See, I was sitting there and I was talking to him. He couldn't talk to me, but I was sitting there and I said, "Granddaddy, I want to make as much impact that I can. I want to change people's lives just like you did. I want you to be able to be talking to God in heaven one day and you to look down and say, 'That's my grandson, God. Do you see what he's doing? Do you see the life that he's living?' That's how I lived. And now I'm here in heaven. I want God to look at me and see the life that I had. I want my grandfather to be proud of me. I remember this moment like it was yesterday. I looked at my grandfather. He couldn't talk to me, so I looked at him and I said, "Granddaddy, I just want to make you proud. I want everything in my life to make you proud." And in that moment, he lifts his head off the pillow and looks at me right in the eyes. It was a powerful moment for me. Because in that moment, I knew that it was my time to rise up. I knew that it was my time to put the crap aside and say, listen, I'm going to be a Christian for real. I'm going to live sold out. I'm tired of this faking stuff. It's stupid. And I mean, I was a Christian before this. I had actually spoken at an event that morning. But I still had crap in my life. And I didn't know what to do with it. But I knew in that moment when I was standing there with my grandfather that it was my time to rise up. And see, sometimes God will put us through some crap just to tell us that we need to change some things about our life. Would you agree with that? And I pray that you don't have to go through the same situation that I did to realize that. But you have the opportunity tonight. The theme of the night is to rise up, and I challenge you to rise up. Because there is a dying world outside that needs you. We can't stay inside these churches. We have to go outside of the walls and speak to the people that don't know who Jesus is. And I'm not saying it's going to be easy. But the people outside the church need you. So it's time to rise up. There's no point in holding back. There's no point in waiting. Every single second of our life is so short. I've already lost so many standing up here. But it's time to rise up. It's time to live a life sold out for Christ. God is so powerful. You've already seen it tonight. Every single one of these people have a gift. Every single one of you have a gift, and that doesn't mean that since you're not on the stages, you don't have a gift. Every single one of you have something that you can do in your life. You don't have to be on the stage. But it's your time to rise up. See, I've already had my time. I had my moment. I said, it's time for me to rise up. And now, it's your turn.